Alright guys, this is a review of Roadhouse. Okay, this is the Jake Gyllenhaal film. Um, and first things first, guys, yeah, don't watch it. I mean, if you're gonna watch it, background watch it, which means don't watch it. Even as a background watch, it's not a good film to background watch. It's all over the place. Watch it for McGregor, which is probably why everyone's gonna watch it, or they're watching it because it's a Jake Gyllenhaal film. But really, it's just to see what McGregor acts like on film. Okay, so that's why people are going to watch it. I don't recommend it. It's not a good film. It's really, really bad. And it's just like all over the place. Like it's a complete mess. I can't believe that this director directed Bourne. I can't believe it. He directed Bourne Identity. And he directed something else as well that's actually a good film. Give me a sec. I'm going to find what else he directed, guys. Edge of Tomorrow. Guys, it was a producer on that. Okay, guys. I take it back. Okay, he was a producer on that. What did he direct? Do we have anything on here? Let me 1 second. Okay, this makes sense. He directed American Made. Okay, let me just say then. No, he was director of Edge of Tomorrow, apparently. Look, there he was. Yeah. And Jumper was decent. I think Mr. and Mrs. Smith was decent too. There's Bourne. Guys. He directed Edge of Tomorrow. I don't get it. He directed Edge of Tomorrow, right? But then he also directed this absolutely horrendous waste of space film, Roadhouse. It doesn't make any sense to me. Now, I think this is just meant to be a film that is supposed to be a mess. It'll be argued as, oh, it's just one of these, like, it's just a fun film. It's just a fun film, guys. You know? And yeah, okay. That is fair enough. Okay. It's just a fun film. And if you like it, you like it. This is your taste. That is absolutely fine. Okay. As a fun film, as a background film, it's still horrendous in my opinion, which I am entitled to, of course. So for me, as a rating, I'm going to give this a generous 2 out of 10. That's what you get, because it is just really bad. And now we'll move on to spoilers. Let's go on to spoilers and discuss that. Okay, so spoiler alert. We're going to talk about spoilers now, which I think you should just go into because the film is horrendous. Don't watch it. Right, so here's the situation. So there's a Roadhouse, which is some kind of really rough, weird bar, right? And this bar, it's this. Won't play. It's not going to play. So this bar is this place over here. There's fights in there like every night. It's so bad that the band, the live music that comes like daily, they actually play music in a cage. So they sit in a cage, guys, and that's where they play music. Who would want to play music in a place like this when there's fights every night? I have no idea. How much they must be paying that band and the staff just doesn't make any sense to me, because it's just weird. Okay, so the place is mad. There's fights every night. Okay, now the situation is this guy, who is the son of some gangster who's in prison, yeah, this kid, he acts like some kind of like a rich kid, slash gangster. Doesn't make any sense to me. He is trying to buy the island or buy a massive chunk of the island, but he can't buy the chunk he wants because the Roadhouse is there and they won't budge, right? So they won't budge, so he can't buy it, and he wants to build a resort on that land. That's the idea. He can't do it because the Roadhouse is in the way and they won't leave. Why they won't leave, I don't know. I don't know if they're making a fortune or what, but they must like working in a bar where there are mad fights every night and you're spending more on repairs than you are making in any other way. And I don't even know like what kind of clientele they're getting there, because it must be known for the fights. Yet people are like, hey, let's go there for a nice evening. That makes sense. So that's just like the basics of it to start with. Yeah. Forget the fact that like Jake Gyllenhaal gets a bit down on himself, right? And he decides to let his car get bashed by a train. Here's the shot where his car gets bashed by a train. He lets it happen. Last minute changes his mind, and then there is no talk of like that mindset again throughout the entire film. And yeah, after this train hits his car, that somehow motivates him to, you know what, I think I will go and work with this roadhouse and help out and be the hero of it. If you're gonna watch anything to do with this, watch this review. This review by The Critical Drinker, alright, is all that you need to see. Okay. I had discovered The Critical Drinker after I'd watched the film. So I was like, I've already watched the film now, ready to like review it. But The Critical Drinker covers it beautifully, alright, in all the details. So just watch his video. Critical Drinker, brilliant. Just discovered the guy and absolutely fantastic. It's the way it needs to be done. Covers every part of this and covers it perfectly. I agree with everything he says on this. I feel like in this film, McGregor, one, did the best, and two, is like the most innocent when it comes to the reason why this film is so bad. It's not McGregor's fault, I can say that for sure. Reason being, he is the most inexperienced person there. So he is going to be open to guidance from anybody around him. Director, other actors, etc. Now, if they've been like too scared to approach him, too scared to talk to him, I don't know what it is. Unable to communicate with him, no idea. But if it was me directing that, I would have taken some control, retake after retake, perhaps. Let's get some performance out of the guy, because no joke, McGregor is just McGregor. And it's like, yeah, okay, fair enough, maybe people are coming to see that, alright. But in the same breath, you're getting no performance out of the guy. Yeah, you're getting some fighting out of him, you know, some choreography and stuff is there, but nothing else. He does play this like larger than life, bulletproof type like villain character, which is kind of interesting. But at the same time, it's just weird. And again, McGregor's innocent in this. I'm sure he was out to just take direction, and I feel like that probably just was not provided. Okay. I don't want to go on too long about the film. I probably already have. But yeah, the film is horrendous. I don't recommend it. This fight scene over here is weird. You can tell that they're using some really weird CGI in this. So yeah, there's that. There's this part where he goes flying onto a boat, like he gets flung onto it, but he survives perfectly fine. The original is like some kind of like 1980s film or something, and that's the one to watch. That's what this is based on. But yeah, just do not watch it. I don't recommend it. It's really bad. Just watch this, like the Critical Drinkers review of it. It is way more entertaining. It's much better. People are going to say it's like a chilled out film or blah, blah, blah. It's a fun film. Okay, fun film. Enjoy yourself. I'm happy that you're happy. That's fine. If you're going to watch it as a background film. But even then, guys, it's weird. All right. There are things that just don't make sense. Yeah. Like, even where like the bookstore girl is so weird. There's a little girl who works at a bookstore, and it's here. This is where he meets the bookstore girl, all right. And she does this weird thing of like labeling the film at different parts of the film. So like he arrives and she goes, "Oh, this is like a Western film. Some dude has appeared to take the ruffians out of town, clean up this old dusty town." I'm like, what's that about? You're like breaking the fourth wall here. And then it happens again later on. She's like, "Oh, this has now turned into a Western. No, this has now turned into a mystery Western." It's like, huh? Mystery Western? Why? Why are you doing this? Like, this is a film, and you're like labeling like where we are or what kind of image this is trying to evoke. It's just silly. Anyway, guys, don't watch it. Thanks for watching this. Watch Critical Drinkers Review. It is the one to watch. I will link it in description. And for now, guys, thanks for watching. I will catch you guys in the next one. See you later.